Several former employees from a Hampden residential care facility have been charged with multiple counts of intentionally endangering the welfare of a dependent person. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Dagnall.
And I'm Beth Jones. One of the former employees has already pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Our Doug Banks joins us in the studio with more details. What can you tell us, Doug?
That's right, Beth and Devin. Court documents provided by the Penobscot County Superior Court paint a gruesome picture of alleged physical, sexual, and verbal abuse towards two victims who lived at Lee Residential Care in Hampden.
Lee Residential Care in Hampden is a social services program providing residential group housing for disabled adults. And according to court documents obtained by WVII, 3 of its former employees allegedly perpetrated multiple forms of abuse there. Court documents show Renee Dubois of Prospect and Michael Slater of Palmyra have both been charged with multiple counts of endangering the welfare of a dependent person. Joshua Martin of Winterport is charged with 1 count of endangering the welfare of a dependent person and 1 count of assault. One former employee has already pleaded guilty for crimes against 2 individuals who court documents describe as, quote, functionally nonverbal with intellectual disabilities. On August 30th, Zachary Connors of Newburgh was sentenced and will serve 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to 1 felony count of intentionally endangering the welfare of a dependent person. Maine judicial branch documents show he's currently out on bail and must report to prison by September 30th. The state of Maine sentencing memorandum for Connors outlines the offense he pleaded guilty to as happening within the time frame of January 1st of 2019 through January 1st of 2022. The document says Connors was hired as a direct service provider at Lee Residential Care in 2017, but says he, quote, learned to be abusive when he was taught by Dubois and Slater, among others. The document calls the behavior grotesque and pervasive and describes examples. 2 were referred to as waterboarding and reset button. The latter is described by the court as choking the victim until they passed out. Another alleged form of abuse was reported by multiple co-workers and involved Connors encouraging residents to engage in sexual activity by bribing them with pizza. Another, named the Spoon, is described in documents as one of the victims being hit in the head with a spoon by both Connors and Dubois.
The documents say a co-worker informed an administrative assistant in March of 2022 about the alleged abuse by various employees at Lee, which was then reported to the Department of Health and Human Services. Law enforcement then took the lead on the case. Dubois' attorney in Lee Residential Care did not respond for our request for comment by the time of this broadcast. However, DHHS did, and their comment can be found on our website. Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 News at 6. Devin and Beth,